Yeah. This is a podcast of Nathan, Nat and Sean.
Let's go.
Hello, everybody.
G'day.
This was our last show before we go on a bit of a hiatus.
Yeah,
God,
so
we've had
today you're going to hear for the first time something in our voices. It's called hope.
And happiness. Tiny bit of happiness.
No, we have a chat to Tony Martin, actually, because he's doing stand-up
Funny
over
guy.
here. He's very, very interesting.
Yeah.
Isn't he just?
We get right inside you as well. Right inside
We do.
you when we find out what's in you.
I mean, that's inspired by Jeremy McGovern because
Yes.
he had a plate inserted into his ribs. We catch up with the big fella as well.
Mitch Norton joins us from the Perth Wildcats, of course, and geez, he's got some big things to say about their coaching staff.
And I tell you what, Harry Up has just been an absolute treat this
A
week,
joy.
and we finished off with a bang. So we're going to showcase our two champions.
This was the
today.
closest
It
round
was
all
amazing.
week.
Photo
Well done.
finish, some would say.
This is Nathan, Nat and Sean.
We are going to be speaking with our friend Jeremy McGovern a little bit later on in the show. But the thing with Gov is I didn't really know too many broken ribs had to get surgery, Sean, because when you first heard about Gov's broken ribs, you were like, oh, he'll be up and about in a second. So when someone
and
needs
you just
surgery
sort
for a
of
broken rib,
sit
Sean,
it out, don't you?
What happens?
Well, I would have thought that the reason why they take him to hospital first of all, because I think they've got a punctured lung,
Yeah.
because that's normally
Oh,
what
so they
happens.
don't
So
want
if
the rib floating around and spearing
Yeah.
anything.
Yeah, because
Yes.
if it breaks, really dramatically,
Yeah.
then it can stick into
That
the lungs.
actually happened to Aaron Sandlands. He had a punctured lung once
Yep.
his ribs got caved in by Nick Natanui, and so once they snapped the point into his lungs,
Yeah.
he was gone.
So
They
is
put
that
him on
where
a
the
thing.
phrase coughing up a rib comes from? Or that's coughing up a lung.
Yeah. So that's not a phrase.
But to make sure they're healing really as fast as possible, they just get them in place and just slap
Yes.
a bit of metal in there, Nath.
To
So,
hold
like,
the two
so
ends of the
say
bone
from
together.
Bunnings, it'll be like a or it won't be from Bunnings. It could be. Who knows? Actually, Bunnings have some
Yeah,
great
yeah, yeah.
things. So
I do.
aisle 7, and it's like a little metal plate, probably about
Yep.
2 centimeters,
Yeah, I wouldn't think it'd be
and then just
more than
screw,
about might be 3 or 4.
and then screw. So just onto the rib.
Yep.
You know,
So
it's
that- so
amazing when you
they'd
see
match
that
the
stuff.
ends of
Yep.
the rib up and then
Yep.
put the little plate in across the fracture and screw it
Yep.
down.
The stuff that they use is like you're seeing somebody doing a bit of carpentry,
Yes,
isn't it? Nat?
yeah. A
It's
lot of
funny
the
how
the tools that
I've
orthopedic
seen- yeah, I've
surgeons
seen-
use
I've
are
seen
full-on
that.
carpentry tools,
Yeah.
like hammers and chisels and things.
Yeah.
It's full on.
What's in you? Because I don't have
Yeah.
anything like with my body. It's one lady driver low kilometres.
Yeah, it is, actually.
So what's in you?
I've got
at
a
the
couple
moment?
of screws in my ankle, in my right ankle, and that's, a lot of people have hurt their ankle, so I've got a fracture there and a couple of screws in. But the good one that I had is my eye socket. So Aaron Sandlands caved my eye socket in one day of training.
Yeah.
And I just thought, oh, God, that hit me quite flush. And it wasn't until, I went and had x-rays because I was in so much pain the following
Yes.
day. My doctor said, one of the doctors at the time said, oh, nah, it should be okay, Sean. And I blew my nose because your
And
nose
what
runs
happened?
when
Did
you
your
hit
eye
in the
pop out?
No, the gooey stuff that holds your eye in place.
Yes.
It got sucked into my nasal cavity.
Yeah.
And
So
you
the
was
pain-
you
the
were
pain was like,
snorting
"Oh!"
eye juice.
Well, that's what happened because I just blew my
Yeah,
nose.
it's all the sinuses are all
You
distorted, so yeah.
blew eye juice out of your nose.
It was so painful. Anyway, they had to fly in this mesh stuff. And I just mentioned to you from Sydney.
so
Had to take like 4
Amazing.
days.
So I'm thinking like for an eye, the best thing would be like a sieve or a strainer. Is that sort of what it's
That's
like?
what it looked like, or one of those fried chips that are.
So like the crisscross chips.
Yeah, like the waffle
yeah.
fries.
The waffle fries.
And so then they put that as the patch that went over the cracks inside my eye.
So you've got like a sieve in your eye.
basically, yeah.
Great for pasta.
And then I woke up with a drawstring in my eyelid, so a lot of the times when they do that operation, they have your eye closed, right? But
Yep.
my surgeon at the time, Tony, he was an absolute champion of a man. He comes in before he's about to knock me out, and he goes, "I've been thinking about this all morning. This is going to be great, Sean. You'll be able to open your eye." And I went, "Oh, great." He goes, "I'm going to put it's going to be like a drawstring, so from your eyelid,
like a
So like a
blind.
curtain.
Like a blind.
through to your bottom, and that way you can just go up and down on the stitchings,
Oh,
So like, I'm gonna wink at you now.
You blink, you have to pull a lever.
or just pull it across.
Venetians.
Amazing.
Vista.
Have you guys checked out whatif.com's top 10 winter weekenders yet?
Yeah, how good's a what if tip?
Fraser Coast is in there, Coral Coast, Bruny Island, maybe Orange.
Yeah, look, book your winter getaway on the What If app.
What if? It's Aussie for travel. In honour of Jeremy McGovern, who had plates inserted in his broken ribs, the other day. We're going to be catching up with him a little bit later, but we asked the question, what's in you?
Yeah, Sean's got an eye sieve and some screws in his ankle. It's pretty impressive. Nat's in Leaderville. Hi, Nat.
Hi, how you going?
Great, Nat.
What have you got in you?
What's in ya?
I've got radiation in my knee.
Oh,
Radiation. Tell me more.
Yeah.
how come? What's going on?
So I've had like arthritis in my knee, and very long story short, I had it done about 6 weeks ago at Royal Perth, and I had to fly they do multiple of these surgeries, but it's a 1 mil dose of radiation that got injected into my knee.
Yeah.
And and then I was just hoping that at night I didn't glow.
Yeah, I was going to say.
So green knee.
Is this like nuclear power plant sort of stuff?
Yeah. Floated from Chernobyl,
yeah.
Nath.
Oh, my God.
Yes, well, it was from, I had to come from France, so apparently for 1 mil it cost $2,000.
Plus the airfare.
Yes, well,
Wow.
I wish I'd had the airfare, but it wasn't. I just went to Royal Perth.
Yeah, wow.
What's supposed to be helping now? What's it supposed to be counteracting?
So I've got, it's called cirrhotic arthritis, and it's in like a part of my knee, like in the knee sac, and it has lots of swelling and it's really uncomfortable. Anyway, I've had this procedure done, and after 2 cortisone injections, and it's worked amazingly.
Wow.
But, Nat, I've got some questions, because we know anything that's radioactive has to have one of those stickers put on it. Do you have to? Did you have to have a sticker on you?
Well, I actually then had to be at Royal Perth for another 6 hours after the op, and I wasn't allowed to move. I had to keep my knee completely still, and then for 48 hours at home, I wasn't allowed to be mobile at all, only to go to the toilet.
Yeah, but I get what you're not allowed to do, but what about other people?
Yeah.
Think about the poor sale staff at Athlete Foot that are putting a shoe on you and then their hair falls out.
Do you have to wear a lead neck brace to protect everybody around you?
Yes, so I did have a full thigh to ankle knee brace on.
Yes.
And I had to make sure that I wasn't going to be around any pregnant women or babies.
Yeah.
Of course, yeah.
Wow,
Imagine her on the
that's
dance
awesome.
floor.
Thanks, Nat.
Thanks, Nat. Let's go to Jason in Pearsall. Hey, Jace.
How you going?
All right, Jason.
Jason.
The question is, what's in you, mate?
It's not me, it's my mother-in-law. So back in the 70s.
Oh, luckily, I hope you weren't going to say me. Yeah.
So, back in the 70s, there was a civil war going on in Zimbabwe, and my father-in-law, they were on their first date, and she actually got shot in the crossfire.
Oh.
And she didn't get the bullet taken out, so it's still underneath her rib to this day.
So she's rocking a bullet.
She has a
From
bullet.
a civil war.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's exciting.
Not a good way to meet the future in-laws, getting their daughter shot on the first date. So.
Oh, what about that when you get to meet them and they go, you know that your mother-in-law's she's carrying a bullet in it. That's how hardcore she is.
Yeah,
But
well,
also, like,
she
massive
pings-
martyrdom. Like,
Oh,
I've
yeah.
been
She pings
shot.
all the scanners and stuff like that. She has to tell the story every time she goes through.
Oh,
So, yeah.
Amazing.
Oh, wow.
So no ill effects from it now. It's just in her.
No,
It's fine.
it was too hard to take out
Yeah.
at the time, so it's just sitting there dormant now.
You would have thought that would have been one of the things where it's going to travel up and come out of a
No,
toe or
it's just-
something like that. No, it's just
sitting
lodged in there.
Amazing.
Bullet. That's
Thanks,
Wow.
Jay.
Is she a lovely lady, Jace?
Yeah, sometimes.
Oh, so you sort of know how the bullet got there, huh?
The Nathan, Nat and Sean podcast.
West Coast Eagle Jeremy McGovern. As you may know, he now has a plate in his ribs.
Yeah, he does. And we're pretty
Full
impressed
on.
by that. Sean's got stuff in him too. He's got screws. He's got an eye sieve. Pretty impressive stuff. And there's nothing in me except for just bones, some organs.
There's a couple of organs.
Nelly,
Nat,
what do you
yours-
got?
Nothing in me.
Her, nothing in her. Ali
No.
won't answer, so we
Yeah.
just mind boggles to what's
We're
floating around in there.
expecting the worst there. Sophie from Kelmscott, hello.
Hello, how are you?
Great,
Hey,
Sophie.
Soph.
We would like to know, Sophie, whether it's supposed to be or not. What is inside of you?
So what happened when I was smaller, it was probably about 20 years ago now, my mum and I were smelling perfumes in her bedroom and I ran out with...
We didn't have Netflix then, everybody. Don't judge.
A bit
I'm
of
not
Red
judging.
Door and like a bit of like Chanel. What else did mums used to wear? Just Red
So
Door.
then
wasn't
when I ran out of the bedroom and actually dropped the perfume on the ground.
Yeah.
It smashed everywhere.
Oh.
And then I ran through the glass. So I've actually stood on a piece of glass. We don't know how large it is. I ended up going to the hospital, but they could never find it in my foot. So it's still sitting in there. Don't know what perfume it was, how large it was, but yeah, there's still a piece of glass hanging around. No, I've never had any other thing. They just said, you may make its own way out, or you may never know about it. So
does that foot smell better than the other foot?
Because of the perfumed glass inside.
Yeah.
Oh, that would be actually nice, wouldn't it?
Hopefully it was an expensive one.
Okay, so the only one I can really think of back then is like Red Door. The Obsession?
There were a lot
Maybe
of
it was
like
the Obsession.
mums were right into Avon back then as well. So a lot of the Avon scents.
Oh, remember the body shop phase?
Yeah.
Yes.
When all the mothers were like, I've got a scent from the body shop.
I smell like elderberries, yeah.
Oh, it's an easy kill for a birthday or Mother's Day present, wasn't it?
Opium, maybe poison.
Opium,
Luckily, I hope it wasn't poison. You'd be dead.
Thanks, Soph.
Thanks, Soph.
Joe, hello.
How you going?
Oh,
Good,
Joe.
buddy. Joe, what's in you?
Okay, this is the back to my childhood as well. We were all hanging out with our cousins and mucking around, playing in the garden as we all do when we're growing up. And one of my cousins pushed me off a wall onto the ground, and I face planted gravel basically.
Oh,
Yes.
no,
And,
just so you know, guys, Joe's last name's Dumpty. So it's pretty full on.
Exactly, yeah. And anyway, I come out with all cuts and bruises, scratches on my head and whatever, and I got on with it. As the scab went away later in life, I've actually got a little pebble inside my forehead.
Oh, you're a little
To this
gravel
day,
head.
it's still there, and it moves around. You can actually put your finger on it and move it around. It just sort of moves around inside my forehead.
Oh,
So
it's like a
just
marble underneath your skin.
Have you thought about getting it
Pretty much.
removed, or you're happy with it?
Yeah, I have from time to time. It would be easy, I just couldn't be bothered.
Yeah,
everyone sort of, it's a bit of a party thing, and
Yeah.
people love it, so I just decided to keep it.
He's got like
That
rocks.
is
He's literally got
interesting.
rocks in his head.
Yeah.
Well, that's it. I was hoping my nickname was going to be the Rock as I got older.
Yeah,
It turned
of
out
course.
that-
Yeah, call me Rocky. Yeah.
Yeah, and if you got insulted, you'd be calling bitumen. You little bitumen.
That's pretty cool.
Nathan, Nat, and Sean.
Time to catch up with our West Coast Eagle, Jeremy McGovern. If you've been following the news, you know the Gov had his ribs caved in.
Crumbly ribs, famously.
Yeah, very like feta cheese, Nat. Absolutely. Gov, come in, mate. How are you?
Yeah, good, thank you.
Oh, mate.
Thanks, Shawnee, for hitting me while I'm down, mate.
Gov, you know what? And we forgot to warn you about this when you joined
Yes.
the team. When we meet people face to face, which we just recently did, straight away afterwards they get injured, and we forgot. That's important information.
We
for
didn't
you.
realise you'd take it next level and need to be hospitalised, though.
Oh, it's
That would have been great information. I would have never have come in.
so sorry. But I
The
do
Nova
know.
curse, they call it.
I do know that so Adam Simpson, right, has like singled you out and said you're one of the toughest guys, and for
said that,
you
yep.
to go down, it must have been painful. And I let you know that I've never had anything broken. How painful was that rib situation?
Yeah, no, it was definitely up there.
Yeah.
It's still actually pretty sore now. That's how sore it was. But
jeez.
yeah, no, it was a shocker. Obviously, you get pretty big hits in footy, and that one actually wasn't even that big. To be honest, it didn't look like much at all when I stayed on the replay.
I know.
But,
Yeah.
That's disappointing.
You
isn't
got
it?
no,
your
he just
flush
got me in the
go.
right spot.
Yeah.
Yeah, he got me flush, and I was when you open yourself up like that, you're bound to get hurt a little bit. But that one hurt straight away. As soon as it hit me, I knew something wasn't quite right.
So when you got
yeah.
yourself to the bench and you spoke to the doc, straight away they were like, "Oh God, we'll get you off to hospital." I'd imagine they thought you'd have a punctured lung or something on the lines.
Yeah, normally it's how I am. I'm normally give me a minute and I'll be fine.
Yep.
Yes.
This was something's not right straight away. So I didn't know what was going on, but because I'd never punched my lung before.
Oh.
I'd broken ribs and stuff, but
Yeah, you played a grand
never-
final with broken ribs, right? 2018.
Oh yeah, sort of. I broke him in that grandy, but I just knew something obviously wasn't right from the start, and then got there and punched my lung and shattered 3 ribs and
3.
did the whole lot. Yeah, so
This time,
Yes.
it's good. Yeah,
So when they were helping inflate your lung, what was that like, Gov?
yeah. It wasn't ideal.
it was like blowing up an air mattress, Sean. They just had to put on the button.
because they poke something in your side of your
Yes.
rib, don't you? And they
Yeah, it
Like
was
the valve.
It was a bloody garden hose. I was
Yeah.
saying to the lady, I
A
said, "Do
garden
you want to get a bigger hose?"
Yeah.
I
Somebody
was
went
just
down to
decent
Bunnings
size.
and...
God, the
It was a
person.
decent size, and You're lying awake on the bed and they just cut you open.
God.
Pop a tube in there to help reinflate the lung.
And then someone's on the other side just...
Yeah. Oh, well, that's what I thought was happening. I thought I've had drains before, and drains are normally tiny little tubes.
Yes.
And I sort of come to a little bit and had a look down. It was, the size of a bloody garden hose. He goes, I went with the big one.
Oh, jeez.
Gov.
So, Gov,
oh my God,
you had to stay in hospital for 3 nights or 4 nights in the end?
I don't know how many nights. I got out on Wednesday.
So Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, 3 nights.
3 nights.
All right. And
or did you play Saturday?
Yeah, Wednesday.
When was it? I can't remember.
Saturday, so it's 4 nights,
4 nights, yeah.
So they just cut you open enough to stick a hose in you. So what's that? How many stitches is that?
I don't know. It's no stitches, actually.
No stitches?
But what about to put the plate in?
$50 a stitch for a fine at our footy club. So
you stay out, just let
it
heal.
I'm staying away until my stitches come out. So the boys just don't know how many stitches.
Just put a butterfly clip on it. No?
Admit to nothing.
Yeah.
And the surgery as well. Obviously, they had to cut you open to get those plates in.
Yeah. They glued me back up. That was all glue. I just told them to use that. Don't worry about the stitches.
Bit of cloud.
It actually works though. The glue does work.
They have. I think they've glued my actual surgery scar. I can't see any stitches on that, so I think they've glued that and might have internally stitched them.
Well, they're saving you money. That's good news. So, Gov, from here on in, how long will it be till you're able to run out and play for West Coast again?
We don't fully know at this stage, to be honest, Shawnee. I've been at home the whole week. I'll still be home today. I'll probably watch the footy from home today.
Yep.
I'll let the boys get tonight out of the way, and then I'd imagine over the weekend or Monday we'll probably go and have a look at it and just assess and see where we're at. But I couldn't imagine for the next couple of weeks at least to let this rib and stuff heal, and then we'll see where we go from there. I don't know exactly right this second, but it'll be a little while, I think.
I think Aaron Sandland's missed a lot of footy because you've got to wear a big time guard on there as well when you come back to play.
Yeah, I'm not
sure.
Fan of guards for that, but we'll see how we go, mate. Yeah, I don't know. Can't give you exact time on right this second, but like it's probably a bit longer than what we were first hoping, which was a couple of broken ribs.
If you were to get a fridge magnet, would it stick on your rib right now?
Yeah, I think so.
That's exciting.
Not a bad little party trick.
Don't you think though? But like even like your missus, like remember milk.
Yeah.
Chuck it on you.
That's not bad, actually. That's not bad at all. But
I would be just walk around with one of my favourite photos on my rib.
That's right.
Or your kids' artwork. Your kids' artwork just hanging off there.
That's where I hold my ID.
That's
pretty exciting.
Going through the airport and getting pulled up because you've got metal in your body.
That's right.
My mum has to carry a letter around with her and explain it every time because she's got both of her knees done. Dad wore them out.
The annoying thing, Jez, is that the Eagles were doing really well until this happened. Like you were really acquitting yourselves against Geelong, and then once you were carried off, things got a bit tougher after that. But it was a really solid effort against the Cats.
Yeah, to be honest, I felt it at training the week before. We got a bit of personnel back, and it's just started to change a little bit. We've been working on a few things. Obviously, we had plenty to work on, but at training that week, it started to feel a little bit better amongst the boys. And then on the weekend, obviously, we still didn't win, but our performance was a lot better, and we started to see signs of how we want to play. And that's what makes it frustrating for me. I can see everything starting to turn a little bit now for us, and we've worked pretty hard and getting some personnel back. And unfortunately, I'm going to be watching, but that's part of footy, I think. I know.
Makes such a big deal when you've got the best players out there playing. And a lot of people from the outside always make comments about, but there's 18 players out there, you've got as many on the field as the opposition. Yeah, but the best players are the best players for a reason.
100%.
Like the Governor.
Yeah. Gov, what are you going to be able to get out of doing around the house now because you have this injury? Because that's pretty important.
It's just first-class performance. I'd be winning, is it Oscars or Logies or whatever?
All of them. All of them. You could win them all.
All of it.
Yeah, I'd be winning the lot. I'm going to milk this for as much as it's worth.
Why wouldn't you?
Until I said that, my missus is probably listening downstairs, just shaking her head.
Well, I can't foresee anything that he can do that will risk. It will risk injury, and he's Western Australia's sweetheart. You know what I mean?
I'll let you know what I've got away with, but I'm not one to be honest. I don't like sitting around. I actually hate it. I hate sitting around doing nothing. So
yeah. Oh, so do you want to vacuum then? Do you want to?
I'm happy to vacuum right now. I'd love to do something if I could.
Oh, if I could, but I can't. I'm way
We don't want to injure Western Australia's sweetheart.
Nah, this is all part of the act.
Yeah. Oh, we know.
Well, Gov, a swift recovery, mate. I know you're going to be in a fair bit of pain. And, you're laughing right now, Nathan's saying this stuff to you. It would be hurting, I'm imagining.
Yeah, I've started. I've only just started laughing the last couple of days, actually.
Yeah.
Sorry, mate. I started laughing last night, and it was I put ridiculousness on. I don't know if anyone's saying it, but yeah, that was a mistake. It was great, but it was a mistake as well.
Just watch sad docos for a while.
Yeah,
so that you don't.
Oh, mate, just so you know, this show's hurt a lot of people. So I mean, you're not alone.
You're not the first.
I knew I was going to be safe coming on this morning.
Do the fridge magnet thing though, and let us know if it works. All right.
I'll let you know for sure.
You're listening to Nathan, Nat and Sean.
Look, you may know him as a comedian. He's been a radio star, he's done so many things, but most recently he was the guy who had to fill in while the cast of travel guides made their way to the stage to collect their Logies. He's the voiceover man of the Logies. Tony Martin, hello.
Hello, they're still travelling. They're not there yet.
You're not
That
wrong.
was
Tony.
excruciating, Tony.
They obviously didn't. I mean, nobody thought they were going to win.
Yes.
So they've obviously been sat right at the back of the room because...
Yes. They had to come downstairs and everything.
Exactly. Well, my friend Pete Smith, I remember one year... He was so far towards the back, he was literally in a corridor. So you're going to win if they sit you in the front row.
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely. So, Tony, when you were doing all that you had scripts to read off to announce people and all that kind of stuff. When that award was given out, did you have bits and pieces for everyone else? Because it seemed like they would have been the last person on your mind and anyone else's.
That's right, because I'm sitting there with, 7 possible winners, and they tell me in my headphones 30 seconds before it's announced who it's going to be. And I've usually written down something for the 3 that I think are going to win.
Sure.
But to be honest, I'd never even heard of Travel Guys. I'm going, there's no way that's going to win.
Well, I just remember when Travel Guys was on during the pandemic, everyone's going, how did they get out of the country? Like, no one can understand it.
Everyone has since said to me, "Oh, that's my parents' favourite show." So, I'm not saying it's not a popular show, but I'd never heard of it.
Yeah. No.
But then I'd never heard of many things. I know nothing about sport. Apparently, the people who got up to accept the award for the Olympics were not the people whose names I'd read out.
Yes, I did notice that as well. It was great.
It would have been lost on me too, mate. With the sport stuff, I would have gone, I don't know.
It was a cast of thousands that got up there to accept that.
Hey, Tony, when you're doing that gig, right, because we've done many glamorous jobs and then people going, oh, your life's so glamorous, and then they're sitting out at a beautiful buffet table or, like they're getting silver service and we're sitting on crates at the back eating sandwiches. Where were you during the voiceover thing? Did you get the same meal as everyone else? What happened?
No, I'm out the back in a very seedy little booth. Someone came, Jimmy Barnes actually stuck his head in and he goes, it's like you're recording a terrible podcast.
And Tony,
it's not glamorous at all.
And the Logies went forever, mate.
Yes.
So that wasn't a short gig for you.
Oh, no, it's the longest night in history. It's just ridiculous. I mean, do we really need another musical number at 11?
I know.
So true.
And even the people doing the musical numbers don't want to do it.
No. Everybody just wants to hit the after party by 11, for goodness sake.
Yeah.
I know, people always say that what the Logies lacks is a host, that they should really have a host, and I've been pushing for Sam Pang to host it for years, but then again I'm going, well, that will probably add another three-quarters of an hour to
so no.
Yeah. Well, I have to say, it actually, for the voiceover guy, you actually made it, you looked forward to what you had to say. You did really well. But I want to know, in the scheme of Tony Martin's history of gigs, what was the most painful thing that you've ever gone through? Your most painful gig?
Of all time?
Of all time. The one that is the bottom of the lowest of the low.
I'm trying to think. There was a show I did on Channel 9 that Ed Cavalier and I agreed to do called The Joy of Sets. And nobody remembers this. It was in 2011, and we agreed to do it on the proviso that it would not be called The Joy of Sets.
Yes.
And it was. And it was a show, it was made by the people who made the Gruen transfer, and it was meant to be a similar show that looked at TV, but because it's a very hard thing to explain, but when you show clips for free from other shows, you have they have to meet the requirements of review and criticism. So if you're genuinely reviewing and criticising something, you can show a clip and not pay for the right.
Sorry, we've got some of it up right now, and even just the first flash we saw, you look confused.
The fireside set, for
example, Don Lane quite justifiably wasn't expecting anyone to applaud the end of his monologue, and quite clearly misses the opening bars of the song, and then has to, well, just jump in whenever he can.
This is Don Lane.
Oh yeah, we're just seeing it.
Frankly, I feel right at home.
Yeah, we don't need a host anymore.
No, we don't.
Why?
So it's a funny show, but you can hear that we're reading off the auto cue.
Yeah.
And that was because the show was essentially written by lawyers. Because it was like, we just wanted to get on there and just talk the way we used to on Get This. And just have some fun and throw to some funny clips, but the lawyers would go, no, you've got to read out this 1 minute speech before we get to your fart joke. So that was probably the most painful one I've done. And yet, I have to say that the best bits of that show, when you distill it down to just like that bit there and a few other good bits, it's actually not bad.
Hey, Tony, with all the stuff you do, stand up, which we're going to see you do shortly when you get over to the West, and also, the acting and all this stuff, where does writing gags for other people to use sit?
I don't think I've ever done that.
You do writing for shows, though? You've written for shows.
Because we've recently discovered, and we won't say who it is, but some people that have our jobs around Australia have people that write jokes for them for their shows, and it boggles our mind that can actually be a thing.
Well, when I was a kid, you would have these stand-ups who would come on with a bow tie. I guess you're sort of Bob Hope or whatever, and they'd have a big room of writers. But, I mean, stand-ups now, ever since, sorry to go back in history, but ever since people like Lenny Bruce and Woody Allen, then the thing became to write your own material so that it's personal, it's about your own life. I personally don't know of any stand-ups who have writers. I mean, I've just been working with Auntie Donna in a sort of writing room thing, but that's not writing jokes, that's just generating ideas from which jokes can emerge.
Okay.
Because we didn't think it happened either, but we found out that people in radio gigs that have our jobs that have got writers. We're like, oh my God. Because some people say to us, do you have writers? And we said, who would write this crap?
Have you heard Sean try to deliver a script?
Yeah, exactly. We could they think we're in there reading stuff.
If I get the punchline in any kind of order.
We're happy
it takes the fun out of it, doesn't it? I mean, the fun part is thinking of something stupid and saying it.
And then we're on radio in our minds, and then it's gone forever, and you never have to worry about it again. That's the great thing about radio. It's one take.
You want someone else.
One take. Yeah.
Now, you're headed over here to do some stand-up at Oasis Comedy Club on July 8 and 9. Have you been doing a lot of stand-up, Tony?
Yeah, I do. I do it very low-key. I've been doing stand-up for 32 years now, but I don't think I've ever had a TV special.
Yeah.
Or I just
you don't do a show at the comedy festival or anything, do you?
No, I occasionally do. I tend to do it at the Fringe. We have the Fringe where you can do a really weird show, so I like to do something completely bizarre at festival time. But in terms of actual stand-up, the last time I was in Perth was 28 years ago.
Oh, jeez.
It was 1994.
So sorry, that was Mark McGowan.
I think he was still in lockdown then.
So what's taking you so long?
Well, I'm not sure what that's about. I've been quite busy. I have this sort of phrase that I use in interviews where I say, why do one thing properly when you can do a number of things with middling success?
Sure.
But that's how I remain employed, is by not just doing one thing. So I direct a TV show, or I make a podcast, or I write a book, and somewhere in the middle of all that, I haven't been able to get over to Perth.
Mate,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Amazing.
It seems like what's that? You know, the time frame when you've murdered someone, you can get away with it. There's something.
Oh, the statute of limitations.
Statute of limitation is there something like that time seems like you.
Yeah, he's dodging
Exactly
something.
what I'm going. I'm going to dig out what I did last time in Perth and see if I can just bring back some of the same material. Hey, what about that approaching millennium bug? Everyone, are we worried?
Well, to be honest, mate, we're still worried about that over here.
Yeah,
Things
that's
don't
right.
move on too quick.
All right, you can get your tickets to see the one and only Tony Martin at oasiscomedyclub.com, July 8 and 9. Thanks for talking to us, Tone.
Thanks, guys. Thanks for having me. And don't get any writers in. They'll just ruin it.
Yeah, exactly.
See you, mate.
We
We
won't
can ruin it
this magic.
ourselves.
Nathan, Nat and Sean in podcast form.
Look, every day we've been hearing something new come out of the Perth Wildcats. Seems like everyone's leaving. So we thought we might as well get the vice-captain on himself, Mitch Norton. He's away at the moment. Does that
Is he
signal...
coming back?
Does that signal that he's left as well? Good morning, Mitch.
Good morning, guys. How are we?
Hello, Mitch. So it's 2022 and we've lost 2 Scott Morrisons. Care to comment?
I probably care a little bit more about one than the other, that's for sure.
Yeah, I wonder if there's anyone else named Scott Morrison
Just
out there.
say,
That's going,
oh,
oh my God.
It's happened to me too.
It comes in threes.
So, Mitch, obviously we did hear that the coach has decided up stumps and leave as well. What's the rundown?
Yeah, very unfortunate. And I think it took a lot of people by surprise. But yeah, him and his family have kind of been dealing with a lot of stuff kind of internally, and yeah, probably best for I guess Scott and the family to probably stay over in the States. That's where everyone's going to probably get the help that they need. So it's a very, very tough situation for him. Like you said, he's had his basketball career kind of on the front burner for 30 years, and it's probably time to take care of the family first. So it was a very tough conversation for him to have to the group. But yeah, we all respect it, and we don't want to be a club that is seem to be taking families out of their ideal situation. So yeah, it was very tough for us, but yeah, we'll definitely miss him.
Now, Mitch, we're not a show about gossip, but the word around town is that he's leaving because of something directly to do with you. Would you like to comment?
Oh, I don't know about that one.
Oh, no, sure.
It's come to light.
So what you're saying is no comment?
I've heard it. My parents heard it, Karen up.
Yeah, no, I'm not sure. It might be. I was injured a lot last year, and he was like, I just can't deal with this guy ever again.
Yeah.
So your broken body broke his heart?
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe that's what it was.
Or broke his will, or broke his spirit.
He broke everything. Broke everything. Broke up his family, the whole thing. Mitch, obviously, I mean, we miss Scott Morrison, but you have to look forward. And the question is, who would coach you is the next question.
Peter Dutton.
I'm going to throw up a name who is now available. Brian Gorgon. Discuss.
Yes. Yep. Yeah, I mean, I think that would be a pretty cool, coach to come in and take over the reins. I don't know what the chances are. I think he's, pretty tied up with the Boomers at the moment, and I think that now with the way it's set up, I think takes a lot of time and probably a lot of priority needs to be directed towards that. So I'm not sure what our chances would be there, but yeah, I think that's definitely a worthy candidate, that's for sure.
Okay, well, while we're pitching ideas, I'm going to give you a name. Rita Ora. She just took out the voice.
Great coach.
She just took out the voice. Surprising
Thoughts?
win. No one saw it coming. What do you think?
Yeah, fantastic. Obviously a big fan.
And she's got
Rita
coaching
Ora.
chops, so...
She does.
No, to be honest, I didn't watch a whole lot
She's
of
a fan of the
Voice.
football.
Oh, we know. You only watch maths. We know.
Imagine what she could do with the Wildcats rap.
Yeah.
Imagine
I
what
tell
she
you
could
what,
do.
that post-season
That's
review
very
would be
true.
better than ever.
Oh, my God.
I mean, sequels don't really sometimes live up to the hype, so I'm quite happy we just leave the Wildcats rap where it's at.
Or
Okay. Hey, Mitch, seriously, all the stuff that's been coming out of the West Australian with the change of the CEO who decided, he got
he
the arse.
decided, yeah.
And then, of course, other people that have moved on as well. Craig Hutchinson from SEN, who now own your company, they are saying that, no, it's all good. We've just got a different time. But when you start linking together with the coach leaving, and I know it's personal reasons, CEO leaving, a number of changes, Wildcats not making the finals, is he the right person?
Is the ship in trouble? That's what we're asking.
To be honest, I don't think so. The SEN group and everything have been really open and honest with the playing group over the past, pretty much since they took over.
But when they've taken over, that you've been
the worst results in 30 years.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like that falls on, the playing group also.
Has he been sent over by Melbourne United to ruin the Wildcats? Is that what's going on?
I don't think so. No, I've got full faith in, that ownership group. It's just been a really rough couple of, 6 months almost, from, having to get sent away from home to play in only front of, 50% capacity. Pretty much anything that could go wrong has gone wrong for them. So I know they're, all about, what's right for the city of Perth and the community as well. And I think they're, slowly making steps forward in the right direction. And they've got my full support.
I didn't even hear the paper rustling that we were reading from then. That was great.
Mitch, if you do take last season into consideration, you guys were way more successful when you were away from home for a long period of time. It was when you came home that the wheels fell off. So maybe that's the key. You jump in a bus and you go over the East Coast and you just stay there for the whole season and you bring back the title. What do you reckon?
Maybe try running that one past all our families.
I'll let you fly then. You don't have to go on a bus.
Okay, yeah. No, it's I mean, I just can't wait for a normal season. So fingers crossed that happens soon, and we can still, sell out RAC Arena, and can't wait to actually see the Red Army there.
The Red Army's
come out
strong.
in droves like we have.
They're faithful.
The years gone by, and we just can't wait.
Well, there you go, everyone. From the team that ruined it all to the boy that pushed the coach out of the country, Mitch Norton from the Wildcats.
I love you.
Don't forget he pushed the CEO down the stairs as well, Nathan. Let's not forget.
He certainly did.
No, Mitch, you're great.
Wilbur must be nervous.
No, we do. We miss you. Can't wait till you're back in the state, Mitch, if you ever come back.
Can't wait to see who's next on the body count.
I'll be back. Don't you worry about that.
Love your work, Mitch. Thanks, buddy.
Hey, Mitch. Thank you, mate.
This is a podcast of Nathan, Nat and Sean.
Okay, so there's a lot of pressure here on Fridays now. Because it's Friday movie day.
Sure.
Friday film day.
Friday flicks?
Friday flicks. Why
Sure,
not?
we're workshopping it.
We don't know. Didn't put much thought into it. It just means like on Fridays, because we feel like, especially if we're going on break, and then also when you go into the weekend, it's like when there's a substitute teacher, and instead of teaching the class, they wheel that TV in.
Yeah.
And then you just go, okay, this is going to be a treat.
Because we had the dizzy highs of Notting Hill.
We tried to claw back to those highs.
Yeah, that's right. We watched a bit of Top Gun as well, which is great.
Was great.
Man, I brought Van Wilder's party liaison to the table. It is hilarious, and you didn't give it the just result. Well, it deserves.
But Sean, I even love White Chicks so much, and then I put it on and I realised, no, it's not for now. Like, it has to be something that captures our hearts. So we thought, you know what? Let's put the pressure onto someone else.
Yeah, someone who really operates well under pressure.
And that pressure has been put onto one bin Chicon, Tim Collins. Tim, welcome to the show again.
Hi.
Mystery Clue.
I know.
There's a lot.
You can't get enough of
Basically
me today.
the Tim show.
Yeah. So Tim,
yes.
just without telling us right now, just tell us why you've chosen this film.
Okay, so, the original movie that I picked, I told Ellie what it was, and she said, oh my God, that's so embarrassing. So
what was that?
What was that?
The Brady Bunch movie?
No, okay, he did come in and tell us that, and we're like, are you insane? And that's when
it's a good movie.
No.
Oh my God.
So that's the standard we're working with.
Yeah, 100%. But I think I've leveled up with this. I think it's pretty good.
Okay.
All right.
Is this something from your youth?
Yes, yeah.
If there's a nostalgia associated with it.
There's a nostalgia element to it, and also features someone who I think, I think everyone likes.
So if it's something from your youth, then it'll be something from our late 20s.
Yeah, that's right.
I'm just getting in first.
Yeah, for the age shaming coming. Okay, so we're going from the Brady Bunch, and this hopefully is a step up.
Firstly, we're going to be seeing Tim's password to his Disney account.
I'm just trying to figure that out. So give me 5 minutes.
Because you can't remember what your password is. Okay.
Welcome to the Hot Mess Express. I'm so sorry. But do you want me to tell you what the movie
Yeah,
is?
please.
Yes, please.
Okay, cool. It's Never Been Kissed with Drew Barrymore. Good one or no?
I think he might have done it.
Done it?
I think, Sean, I don't know because we don't know if it fits.
Come on, man.
We don't know if it fits unless we put it on.
I've seen it.
It's pretty good.
I know we've all seen all of it.
Josie Grossi.
Josie Grossi? I don't know.
Look, it's there. You guys are feeling some, I don't know, you need some love in your life. I want genuine humour.
Could you have none of that?
All right. Well, we'll put it on and put it to the test, but who knows?
Nathan, Nat and Sean podcast.
All right, so we have just done such a stellar job this week, everyone's been saying.
Well, we work very hard.
Well, it was the longest week ever because, of course, we are about to officially go on break for 2
Yes.
weeks. But there is one huge speed bump in the way.
Harry, who presses the buttons, puts together a little bit of a highlights package.
It's a funny time on a Friday. You just want to get the hell out of here, don't you?
Yeah.
Guys, great week. Harry Up.
Yeah.
I hope that comes back.
Was that?
I hope Harry Up comes
Up.
back.
Oh, how fun was Harry Up?
Yeah, it was.
Speaking of which, Harry Up.
Thank you, very good. No, what it's done is brought a couple more nominations into the competition Hall of Shame. Plus this week, I won't stand for this, Sean was attacked.
Thank you, Harry.
You
was
were
I?
attacked by one of our callers, one of our great callers earlier this week. When
Was
talking,
he really?
When talking about nobody works harder.
I reckon.
Did we call a police?
You've got thick skin,
We should
Sean.
have. Very, and I had to have it this day.
You'll be the first to take the piss out of yourself, but I wasn't having that, so I've got your back. Have a listen to this, Sean. Here we go.
Nathan, Nat and Sean's Weekly Debrief.
Nathan, Nat and Sean give some pretty incredible prizes away, and this week was no exception. Harry Styles tickets were up for grabs with a game called Harry Up.
All you need to do is be quick at listing off things that fit the category we give you.
Yeah, easy for some, but certainly not a walk in the park for Chloe.
You need to name 5 things associated with Scotland.
How about one, Chloe? give us one.
No.
No.
Well, I mean,
Maybe something gross they eat.
We've hit 32 seconds.
And our next inductee into Nathan, Nat and Sean's competition Hall of Shame is Roslyn.
Roslyn, can you name 5 famous singers?
Harry Styles, Ed Sheeran. Oh, God. Whitney Houston, Elvis. Oh, God, it's so hard.
One more.
What about someone that sings about a colour purple, maybe?
Prince.
Seriously, Taylor Swift, Cosimo DeVito, Jack Vision. All right, I'm done. Now, you might not believe it, but putting a radio show together each day involves hard, physically intense, mentally grueling work, and for some reason, Nathan, Nat and Sean feel the need to remind everyone, even though it's obvious.
We're good people. No one works harder.
We checked, absolutely.
Do you reckon there is someone right now working harder?
No, if you'd like to challenge us, 13, 24, 10.
Good morning, guys. How are you?
Oh, working hard. Working hard, Marissa.
Can I apply for a job where I go and take caller number 3, thanks?
Oh, Marissa, shots fired. You think picking a caller number is easy, do ya?
13 24 10 is our number.
Yeah, man. Quarter 2. That's why we're going with caller 27.
I'm just giving us a time call in the middle of it.
I did. I was going to get the time call.
That's why we're going.
That's my job, Sean.
Caller number 8:45.
See, it's quite difficult, Marissa. Lay off Sean, would ya? He's been busy. Busy thinking about the 2-week break the guys are about to go on.
We go on break next week. Yeah. So it's a week before school holiday starts, and so for a couple of my kids, they get to come out of school a bit early. So yesterday, my daughter rings me, and she is teeing off of me because she's got a project to be done. She wants to be at school. Tell me a person who wants to be at school.
Your daughter.
Being single has its ups and downs, right? But mainly downs when Adam jumped on the power tools.
Well, I was in the garage and I was using my circular saw.
Yes.
I fell into the circular saw. I know. And of course, I immediately called out to my empty house.
the fridge came out. It said what?
Adam, that really is sad. I really feel for you, mate. Might actually take me a while to get over that. Okay, I'm over it. Let's end this debrief on a positive note. Congrats to Nathan, who this week celebrated 19 years on air.
Shut up. They just act like it didn't happen.
I know, come on. A wildly successful radio career so far is worth celebrating.
We've been at the same latitude and longitude to the degree.
No, to be fair, Nathan, during
COVID, I did move. I moved
a
to the left. Now, my life during 19 years has moved a metre to the left.
Well, mine, I didn't move at all. You got to move.
No.
A dizzy high.
It was amazing. It was a real sea change.
It wasn't it?
No, but seriously, well done, Nathan. And to wrap things up, I thought we'd play the most popular song at the time that you first started on air. Hit it.
The Entertainer, of course. 1902.
I love it, Harry.
That's
the funniest thing you've ever done.
That's actually really funny. Good time.
It feels like it, Harry. Let me tell you.
Oh, Beyonce will be sampling this next
Yeah,
week.
that's
Don't worry about that.
What's not to love?
Well played, Harry.
The Nathan, Nat and Sean podcast.
Just stop your crying, it's a sign of the time. Hurry up! Just stop your crying, it's a sign of the times. You gotta get away from here. You gotta get away from here.
Make up for all the missed family holidays, weekenders and beach getaways. Book everything travel in one place at whatif.com. What If? It's Aussie for travel.
We're about to play a round of Harry Up. All you need to do is be the quickest at listing off items that fit the categories we give you.
Well, Pauline and April are going to go head-to-head this morning, but we'll start with you, Pauline. Good morning.
Good morning, how are you?
Great, Pauline. Are you a quick lady?
I try to be.
Okay. Well, that's all we can hope for.
Yeah.
Let's find out how fast or slow April is. Hi, Apes. Apes.
Hi.
No, I'm going to go with it. Hi, Apes.
You get
Yeah, that's fine.
April, are you a quick thinker?
I think so.
Okay. Well, as long as your mouth is, your brain is connected to your mouth, you'll be okay with
Yes.
this, all right? Okay.
Yes, I
What's
think
going to
it is,
happen
yeah.
is we're going to be getting Natalie on the stopwatch.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah. We're going to throw out a category, right? And then each of you are going to list 5 things from that category. Whoever gets it the fastest time takes it out.
Remember, the things have to fit the category. So if we go, nah, you have to keep going until you've found
And that
5
eats
things.
into your time.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. All right.
All right, Pauline, you're going first.
All right.
You ready?
Yes.
Your time will start at the end of Nathan saying the category.
We'd like 5 things associated with cowboys.
Belt buckles, cows, horses, dirt, whip.
5:37, solid.
Yep.
Solid.
And we just say we played a game with the bin chicken, and he said belt buckles too.
Yes, I would have thought chaps, but you know.
know. So many different things.
Ropes?
Did anyone say gun?
No, I don't know.
Anyway,
Okay, the time to beat April. It's 5 seconds, 5.37 seconds.
Well
sorry.
said, Nat. Well said.
That was easy to
Okay.
say, wasn't
That's
it?
all right, we'll go on
April,
holidays.
we want 5
Okay.
things associated with pirates.
Eye patch, boat, ocean, rum. Parrot.
Everyone was screaming in their cars. Parrot!
Wooden leg!
That was 9:49, April.
Bugger.
I know.
Unlucky.
But I did enjoy the way you said rum.
Rum. I love some rum. Some spiced rum.
Okay, so Pauline takes the first round, everybody.
All right, Nath.
All right, Pauline, we'd like you to name 5 types of spices.
Paprika, cayenne, pepper. Oh, goodness. Spices. Oh, no, I don't.
Well, we know what she cooks with.
We need 2 more.
Moroccan and Spanish.
Well, she's got a Spanish
You're
life.
just naming things.
It's about chili.
Ginger, baby, posh.
I should have just looked in my spice cupboard.
I know, really. It would have been quicker.
What about all-purpose seasoning? The single man spice.
24.51 seconds.
Righto.
And we're not even convinced that the last two were answers.
Spanish. Spanish is spice.
You can buy like a Spanish spice mix and a Moroccan spice mix. Technically, technically it's just a blend of actual spices.
Oh, God,
close enough.
I know.
Face
We're
is
nitpicking. We're nitpicking. All right.
All right, April.
April, the door is wide open for
Big
you
time.
here.
You can drive a semi-trailer through this
Okay.
one. April, we need to hear 5 types of sauces.
Tomato, barbecue, mayonnaise, sriracha, and tartar sauce.
Ta-ta-ta-ta-ta.
13.4 seconds. April takes round 2.
Oh, we're down
Well
to
done.
we're down to
we're
the
going
last
to the last.
round.
We're going to the wire. Pauline, have you taken a breath? You ready to go?
Yes. No more Moroccan spices.
Spanish.
Can't wait to put some Spanish in my,
Seasoning on your
in my pasta. Next pasta. All right.
No, you put it in paella.
Oh, okay. Okay, Nigella. All right, Pauline. I'd like you to name 5 things that you climb.
Ladders, trees, bridges, mountains, playground.
11.89.
Yeah.
Well
yeah.
done.
Very measured. Very measured.
That was
Yeah. All right. It all
a
comes
smattering
down
of
to this.
applause.
It all comes down to this, Sean.
Time to beat April is
Sean,
11.89 seconds.
do you think ta-ta-ta-ta can do it?
Not with that stutter. It's the bloody scat man. All right, April. Here we go. We need to hear 5 things that you ride.
A bike, a tricycle, a scooter, skateboard, and a car.
Oh, Natalie, what have we got?
The time to beat was 11.89.
Okay.
April has come in
So it was 11. Oh my God.
at 11.31. April's done it. The closest margin we've had all week. April, you're heading to see Harry Styles and his 2023 Love on Tour at HVF Park. And we're going to chuck you $200 cash to spend as well.
Awesome. Thank you.
Oh, you put up a good fight, Pauline.
I know. Everybody else, tickets from
right. Well done,
livenation.com.au.
Sweetheart. Everyone go out there and get some Spanish spice.
Nathan, Nat and Sean is a Nova podcast. For more great comedy shows like this, head to novapodcasts.com.au.